what's up guys, it is Fizzy World here, but you can call me Fizzy, and in today's video I'm going to be doing an Apex Legends tier list. So basically how I got this idea, well it came on top of my head and I was kind of inspired by other YouTubers, and I even did a poll on my Instagram. Here's my Instagram on the screen right here. Go follow me there, and sometimes I do polls on my stories, and then sometimes I send anyone who's in my DMs, like I just send them like polls and stuff like that. So like if you guys want to see a certain video, DM me. I'm 100% gonna get back to you. I don't do that whole ignore thing. So yeah, if you guys want to see on Instagram, I did the poll and I asked, should I do a tier list? And everyone said yes. And there's around 10 to 20 people that voted, I think. Probably 15, I would say, people who had voted for the Apex Legends tier list. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna get that out of the way and let's just start the video. So, the order of my tier list is going to be A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier. A being the best tier, and D being the worst legends. So A, best legends, D, worst legends, and it goes down. Like the lower it gets, the worse they get. Alright, so I'm going to be starting off with D tier, and in my opinion, in D tier, well, wait, before we start this video, guys, I just want to say that I might be a little biased from my own experiences with these legends, but I'm going to be basing it off of facts also. So this is not going to be the most facts like type Apex Legends tier list, but it will. I'm just going to be like, cuz like I don't know, I'm like let's just head on to the video. I'm like stuttering here. Alright, so in the first D tier we have Lifeline. And the reason why I picked Lifeline for the first D tier legend is just because I find she's so useless now that like Gibraltar and I'm trying to think. I think it's, yeah, Gibraltar. He pretty much defeats the whole purpose of Lifeline's revive, Watson's fast heals, and stuff like that. Gibraltar has that already, and I feel like it's a waste of a passive for Lifeline to be just to get it stolen from her. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. And she doesn't really, the best thing she can do is get you a purple helmet, sometimes a gold shield, and purple armor. So that's the best thing she can do. She doesn't really help the team out too much, but yeah, and her power takes way too long. So yeah, and I know a lot of you guys might disagree with me on this one, but the next legend in D tier is going to have to be Wraith. Now, the reason why Wraith is in D tier is basically based off of my personal experiences, and I feel like people who are like around my level, maybe a little bit lower than me, have these same experiences with her. So I feel like every time you get shot at, I feel like you never think of using her tactical, and if you do, I feel like it won't really get you far enough. And yeah, so in my opinion, I don't really know what to think of Wraith. I find she's completely useless, but I know a lot of you guys will disagree with me on this one, but that's completely fine. I'm just out here giving my own opinion on Wraith and all these legends, okay? So yeah, that's gonna be Wraith. That's the reason why she's in D tier for me. Now moving on to C tier, we're going to have to put, obviously, the man, Pathfinder. Now the reason, do I really have to explain why Pathfinder's in C tier? Hold on, I'm gonna explain not the reason he's in C tier, but the reason he's not in D tier. So the reason why Pathfinder's not in D tier is because he's still, like, his grapple still is amazing. Like, I love his grapple and his zip line and like such fast movement, but 15 seconds to 35, it takes a little bit longer, but it can help with rotation sometimes. Like, I know Pathfinder was used to like a runaway character and skip to really good places, but now I feel like you have to be really precise with your grapples and stuff like that, and I feel like you can only really use it to get on high ground or like difficult places for people who can't really like grapple up and like get to these types of places. So yeah, that's the reason why he's in C tier, not D tier. And the next legend in the C tier is going to have to be Gibraltar. Now Gibraltar, he recently got a nerf and his shield bubble doesn't last as long, and I feel like this really affects him in a really bad way, and I feel like he's just not that good anymore as he used to be. I mean, he is very balanced because he used to be super overpowered and now he's just like with below C tier and stuff like that. So yeah, that's the reason why Gibraltar, he's perfectly balanced. I love him. He's a really good character. Yeah, I would definitely rock him if someone took both of my mains. So yeah, this is the one I'd be rocking. So yeah, he's just perfectly balanced. He's a nerf. He's perfect. I still would suggest to use him, but he's I don't know. He's kind of struggling. Alright, and the next person that's going to have to be in C tier is gonna have to be Wattson. Now Wattson, she can be very effective. Like, I see pros using her and she's insane. But I feel like you have to be super good with Wattson to actually make her effective, and I feel like not a lot of people understand that with her, and people just throw so much shade towards her because she's hard to use and like she's useless, blah blah blah. Yeah, I get it. Yes, her traps are very weak. She gets outclassed by Caustic so bad, it's not even funny. But if you guys are very good at the game, if you guys know you're good at the game, I'm not talking about other people's opinions, I'm talking about your opinion. Do you really believe in yourself, and do you think you have the skill it takes to, because if you guys are struggling with what legend to buy, like I was struggling for the longest time to know who to buy. So yeah, so you just have to remember that, guys. Wattson is hard to use, so you have to be very good in your own opinion, not other people's opinions. But you have to think yourself is good. And I would suggest watching a couple educational videos on Wattson because they help a lot too. Now, moving up to B tier, the first one in B tier is going to have to be Revenant. Now, the reason I pick Revenant is because he's very good. His tactical I've never seen a tactical like that. Like, it's very good. Taking someone's powers away, that's just amazing. That's the best thing. And he got a buff, I think, in like season 4. Well, obviously in season 4, like, his tactical lasts longer. I think it can last up to like 45 seconds, maybe 30. You guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But yeah, so he's the reason why. But the reason why he's not an A tier, oh, and also the reason he's in B tier is because his crouch, like, he's very good. Like, his crouch is like, you can literally only see like half of his leg and his head. Like, it's basically only that. Like, his crouch is so good. And yeah, and his crouch speed is very good also, and his climbing can be better. But yeah, so that's why he's in B tier. And then the reason why he's not in A tier, this happened to me. Like, I just find that, well, one, I'm not good with him, so that doesn't really affect why he's not in A tier. But I feel like you get bored of him really quickly. So if you guys are struggling to know which character to buy, I wouldn't suggest Revenant. I know a lot of you guys might get mad at that. Maybe you guys agree with me, but besides the point, yeah, it's just, I feel like you get bored of him. No matter who you are, I feel like you will get bored of him very quickly. Like, if I go to my trackers, like, let me see this. Like, I have 157 kills with him. That's a lot. I mained him for like a bit of time, maybe like a week, 2 weeks, maybe even a month. I'm not sure. And yeah, I only have 157 kills with him. And yeah, so I just feel like you get bored of him really quickly. And the one thing you don't want is to get bored of a legend that you grinded out 20 levels to get, because obviously it takes 20 levels to get to 12,000 legend tokens. Okay, and my next person in B tier is going to have to be Crypto. Now, Crypto, he's so good in ranked, like, it's kind of unreal. My friend Els, he mained Crypto, and I think he enjoys him a lot. Yeah, like, Crypto, he's very good in ranked. I mean, he's gonna be the last, unfortunately, he's gonna be the last legend I'm going to buy, just because I feel like he's not my type of play style. He's more of like a passive, and he's more like a stay back type character. Like, he can't really rush people. I mean, he can, but it won't be effective because you basically don't have a tactical or ultimate to really play aggressive when you push just by yourself or like with your team. You'd have to stay back a bit, EMP, and then sprint to your teammates to help them fight. So that's the reason why he's not an A tier, but overall, Crypto's a very, very good character, in ranked, of course. But, yeah, normal trios, he can be good also. But, yeah. And now moving on to A tier, I'm going to have to say... Oh, I forgot one thing, guys. Octane is going to have to be in C tier. Just because I like kind of changed my mind on him a bit. Like, my mindset completely drifted away from him, cause this was the story. Oh, you know what, that's besides the point. But anyways, I basically got bored of Octane, and then I kind of realized how he wasn't that good. But I mean, I would still rock him depending on who takes my legends and stuff like that. So yeah, yeah, he's gonna be in C tier. But moving on to A tier, the first one is going to have to be Bloodhound, of course. Now, the reason why Bloodhound is in A tier, the amount of buffs this guy had is insane, and I feel like he does Crypto's job in way easier. Like, he does it way, way easier. And I feel like, yeah, like, you literally just have to scan an area that takes like 2 seconds, and boom, you literally have them tracked. And I feel like with Crypto, you have to stay back and like fly the drone, and then the drone has a range and stuff like that. And I just feel like Bloodhound does his job way quicker, easier, kind of like what Caustic does to Wattson. So the next legend in A tier is going to have to be Mirage. Now, the reason why I put Mirage in here is because, of course, you guys should know this if you play Apex. He got a complete rework. Like, he's not even the same person anymore. He bamboozles people very easily, and I feel like people won't get used to Mirage. Like, I honestly don't think people will get used to Mirage. Like, he's like, how are you gonna get used to a controlled decoy? Like, how? The best thing to do is maybe wait out the decoy to see if he shoots you. But you have a chance to get lasered, even killed. So yeah, that's the reason why he's an A tier, because like you never know when it's a decoy or not. And I feel like he's still very useful without even controlling his decoy. I've known that by past experiences, and yeah, and I really enjoy playing him. He's one of my mains. And the next person in A tier, and the last person in A tier, is going to have to be Caustic. The reason why I put Caustic in here is because recently he got a buff which his smoke does not slow down teammates, and also I feel like, because I just got Caustic, as you can see in the top right corner, I only have 600 legend tokens, so that means like I just bought Caustic like yesterday, and I only played like 10 games maybe with him, so yeah. And I really enjoy playing them, and I feel like I'm always so close to squad wiping people. Like, I feel like I'm always so close to squad wiping people, but of course in random duos or random trios you always get trash teammates, and that's a problem. But yeah, you guys can like, I would say it's like kind of hard, but like it's easier to squad wipe with Caustic, because you can place traps down, obviously, and like the smoke lasts long enough so you can regen your next trap, so you can still take over the building. And Caustic's ultimate ability, in my opinion, is one of the best ultimates in the game, just because it's so useful, it lasted so long. And yeah, that's why that's gonna be the Apex Legends tier list, guys. Let me know what you guys think of it. Yeah. And also, before this video ends, I want to explain my last video, because my last video said my new main legend is going to be a Mirage, of course. He still is, but in the next videos you're probably going to be seeing me play Caustic. Most likely be Caustic, because I'm thinking of maining him because I've been doing so well with him every game. So yeah, that's the reason why I want to main Caustic, but I also want to main Mirage. So I think if people take Caustic as my main, because I know he's a quite popular legend right now, I will be picking Mirage. And yeah, that's like my two main characters. I don't want you guys to get confused on like, why'd you betray Mirage so quick or whatever. So I basically, like, look at my kills. I got Mirage like 2-3 days ago. Me and my friend grinded out Apex a lot. And yeah, I have 61,000 damage done. Like, this is how quick you can get these types of stats in such a short amount of time. Like, 3 to 2 days. I can't really remember when I got him. Like, look at these stats. Like, these are crazy. Like I got him in season 5. Like, you see, like, no data here, like no season 3, no season 4, yeah. So yeah, that's Mirage. So yeah, like Mirage is like, has like a kind of a link with the tier list. Like Mirage is so easy to get your KD up and stuff like that. That's what really got me past 1.0 KD. And yeah, so let me know if you guys want to know tips and tricks to get past 1.0 KD, which is being like pretty much like kind of above average of the normal KD on Apex Legends. But yeah, let me know if you guys like that, and see you guys in the next video, and yeah, peace.